Glamour Prestige presents Virtual Learning Party every Tuesday and Thursday starting March 24th, 2020 for students in grades 3 through 6, reading and English only.
Your hosts are Dr. Jacqueline Walker and Velvet Smith, who are ready to turn up for learning. Hey!
Your SOLs for today are 3.4. The student will expand vocabulary when reading. G, use word reference resources, including the glossary, dictionary, and thesaurus. And in fourth grade, it is the same strand, but C for the bullet, use word reference materials.
For fifth grade, it's 5.4. The student will expand vocabulary when reading, and that's E, use word reference materials. And for sixth grade, it's 6.4. The student will read and determine the meanings of unfamiliar words and phrases within authentic text, and that's E, use word reference materials.
I can use word reference materials, including glossary, dictionary, and encyclopedia, with 100% accuracy with the use of word reference materials, mentor text, videos, and graphic organizers. Hi guys, we have missed you. Today is Tuesday, May the 26th, and we are ready to start our lesson for today and for this week. So on today, our lesson is about
word reference materials. So when you come across words or interesting facts and you need to find out more information, you're going to go to these resources to help you.
All right, let's get ready for learning.
That our flag was still there. Oh, see does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free.
Just look at the crowd that has gathered at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. More than 60,000 screaming fans, and today there's not even a Packer game. What could be so exciting? Let's go down into the locker room and see if we can find out. Oh, look, overhead. There's some F-16 fighter jets flying in formation.
Excuse me, is this where the game is? I went to the gym, but it was locked. My reference team has a game scheduled in this section today. Oh, here they come now.
Hey guys, over here, I found them. Hey coach, how you doing? I am psyched for this game. I'm really pumped up. I'm ready. And you know what? My information? Top form.
Great,
Yeah.
Ed.
All right.
You know, Encyclopedia Ed has a great collection of articles on various subjects. Many encyclopedias are very general, such as the World Book, Grolier's, and Funk and Wagnall. There are many types of specialized encyclopedias, like the Encyclopedia of American Music, the Encyclopedia of World War II, and McGraw-Hill's Encyclopedia of Science and Technology.
Coach, I just want to let you know that I'm in better shape than Ed. I give quick facts and my pronunciations and meanings are ready to go.
Old Dictionary Dan here is very proud of his work. Not only is he a great place to start, but he also tells us more than just definition, spelling, and pronunciation. A dictionary entry also includes parts of speech, synonyms and antonyms, derived words, usage, and inflectional endings. The entry may also include key words about your topic to help further your search.
Why do we need all that for our report?
So that when you find words that you don't understand in your research, you'll know what that word means, whether it's a noun or a verb, and how to use it correctly.
Okay, I understand that part, but what are those synonyms and antonyms?
Oh, that's easy. Synonyms are words that mean the same, while antonyms are words that have opposite meaning. Knowing the difference between the two can make it easier for you to choose the right words for your report.
Yeah, I guess that would be helpful.
Absolutely. I'm extremely fond of synonyms. If you want to avoid repeating words, then synonyms are just what you need.
Well, you're both eating my dust today. My facts are always up to date.
Up to date is right.
Almanacs and yearbooks are published annually and contain facts and statistics on current events, population, sports, and other fields. The Guinness Book of World Records, the World Almanac, Information Please Almanac, and Facts on File are frequently used almanacs.
You can all just throw in the towel right now. You don't know where you're going. I'm the only one who had the maps to get here.
That's right.
But besides maps, an atlas also contains information on population, temperatures, oceans, and place names. Some common atlases are the National Geographic Atlas of the World, the Rand McNally Atlas, the Nystrom World Atlas, and the New York Times Atlas of the World.
You guys are all great.
No way, Coach. I'm the one who knows where we can go. I know
most-
how
I'm
to
the
get there.
best.
I'm the most useful.
I'm the
No
most
way.
important
No
captain.
way. You
I'm the
forget
Quiet!
that.
The best.
Now there's no need to argue. Remember, this is a team effort. Come on, let's hear our team cheer.
Reference is our name, and information is our game. With us, your grades will bring you fame. Yay, team!
All right, Coach. As reference team captain, I promise we'll all work together to get the information you need as quickly as possible.
Good. Now let's go over one more time how we're going to start the game.
Play number 1, starting research. Ready? Go! Dictionary Dan provides the pronunciation, spelling, and meaning of the words in the topic. Encyclopedia Ed runs down the middle of the field and comes up with a summary of articles about the topic. Atlas Annie dashes for the end zone with information on maps, climate, etc. related to the topic. Meanwhile, Almanac Alice has to hold the line and block any opposition with up-to-date facts.
Hold it just a minute. Tell me, are you guys on your way to the Super Bowl?
As sure as my name is Reference Rick, but the team can only make it if the students are there to support them.
What do you mean?
Well, students, if we're to have a chance of making it to the top, then you have to use us. My team can't stay in shape if they just sit in the library gathering dust.
I see. So you need the students to use you in order to stay lean and mean.
Exactly. But once the students know what we have to offer, they'll be there to use us and cheer us on. Remember that our goal in the reference section is to research subjects in many different areas. And since you guys can't leave the library and be checked out, I just want you to know you're the best.
Yeah! All right.
All right.
Now we want to preview our research skills or our word reference materials that you've already seen the video before about. But now, of course, like what we always do, we go more into detail with it. So we're going to be looking at using these reference materials: dictionary,
Glossary,
encyclopedia,
atlas,
almanac,
and thesaurus.
So the dictionary. A dictionary is a reference book that gives the meaning, spelling, and pronunciation of words. Words are arranged in alphabetical order. Guide words are listed at the top of the page to help you locate where the word falls.
A glossary. A glossary is located in the back of a nonfiction book. Words are arranged in alphabetical order. Contains specific words and definitions as used in the book. Guide words are listed at the top of the page.
Encyclopedia. An encyclopedia is a collection or a set of books of comprehensive articles about people, places, events, and things. Besides explaining the who, what, where, when, why, and how of things, encyclopedias contain pictures, diagrams, and maps that supplement the text and make topics easier to understand.
Atlas. An atlas is a reference book of maps containing facts and figures about places. A geographical atlas usually has maps, charts, and tables. The maps may indicate the location of cities, towns, roads, countries, rivers, and mountains.
Almanac. An almanac has facts about special events, entertainment, sports, foreign countries, and many other subjects. Each yearly edition, like a calendar, has the latest up-to-date information information to include the sun, moon, and the tides. The general index at the front of the almanac lists subjects and main headings alphabetically. Subjects related to the main headings are listed under that heading.
Thesaurus. A thesaurus is a book of synonyms and antonyms. Synonyms, examples of words with the same meaning, and antonyms, examples of words with opposite meaning.
Okay, guys, now it is time to practice. So if you have the sheet that looks like this, you also need some scissors and some glue. But if you don't have scissors or glue, you can always tear off this side and then you could just place the different definitions under the correct one like a sort. But if you don't have this sheet, you need to take out a plain sheet of paper and write dictionary, thesaurus, and glossary at the top, reference sources in the middle, and then atlas, almanac, and encyclopedium at the bottom. And then you would just have to write down how they actually match. So we're going to go ahead and go over these with you. So at the top, it has dictionary, thesaurus, and glossary. And at the bottom, it has atlas, almanac, and encyclopedia. So the first definition that we have is a reference found in the back of a nonfiction book defining words in that book.
The second, a reference book containing a calendar, has facts about the rising and setting of the sun and moon, changes in tides, and information of general interest for a particular year.
The third one is a reference books containing maps.
The fourth, a reference books containing words and their synonyms.
The fifth, a group of reference books that contains information on all subjects or one that covers a certain subject thoroughly, usually with articles arranged alphabetically.
And sixth, a reference book containing an alphabetical list of words with information about them.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and let you pause us right here. And when you come back, we're going to go over the answers to see if you remember which reference material definition goes with the correct one. All right, guys, are you ready? Okay, let's look at the answers. So, a dictionary is a reference book containing an alphabetical list of words with information about them.
A thesaurus is a reference book containing words and their synonyms.
A glossary, a reference found in the back of a nonfiction book defining words in that book.
An atlas, a reference book containing maps.
An almanac, a reference book containing a calendar, has facts about the rising and setting of the sun and moon, changes in the tides, and information of general interest for a particular year.
And lastly, an encyclopedia is a group of reference books that contains information on all subjects or one that covers a certain subject thoroughly, usually with articles arranged alphabetically.
Okay, guys, so now we have to do another part of the guided practice with you. So now we have to see if you're able to use guide words and also use information that's located alphabetically in either a glossary or a dictionary and also the encyclopedia. So number one says, which word would be found on a page with these guide words? Certain and cloud. Would it be A, clean, B, carry, C, cars, or D, corduroy?
Number two, which word will be found on a page with these guide words? Laugh and lion. Would it be A, landing, B, learn, C, lunch, or D, lumber?
Number three, which word would be found on a page with these guide words? Happy, hilarious. Would it be A, hour, B, heel, C, here, or D, hair?
And number four, which list of words are in ABC order? Is it A, bear, ball, black, B, card, clean, carry, C, pear, prance, D, dare, dig, dip?
Okay, guys, so if you have this sheet, you can go ahead and put your answers on it. If you don't have this sheet, you can go ahead and write down 1 through 4 and then put the answer of what goes there. Okay, let's look at the answers. Number 1 is clean. You would find clean between certain and cloud.
Number 2 is learn. You will find learn in between laugh and lion.
Number 3 is here. You would find here between happy and hilarious.
And number 4, which list of words are in ABC order? It is D. Dare, dig, dip.
All right, guys. Hope they were correct. Hi guys, you know what time it is. It is time now to introduce the mentor text for the week. And here it is. It is called Give Bees a Chance. And it is by Bethany Barton. This is also by the same person that wrote the book when we talked about the spiders. So Miss Smith is going to give you a little bit of the information that's on the back.
As you can see, it's talking about fun facts for bees. So it says honeybees have hair on their eyes. Bees sometimes communicate by dancing. And an average queen bee can lay up to 2,000 eggs in one day. So listen up so you can get some more interesting facts in our mentor text video.
All right, I hope you enjoy the story.
Hi friends, welcome back to Miss Ocasio Reads. I'm Miss Ocasio and I'm so excited to read with you today. Did you know that bees are really important? It's true. Besides making yummy honey, they also help plants grow, which means they help to make fruits and vegetables too. Today's story was donated by my special friend Jack in my kindergarten class at Windsor Charter Academy, along with some yummy honey from his special bees. So, before you grab the bug spray, let's learn why we should give bees a chance. But first, Give Bees a Chance, Words and Pictures by Bethany Barton. This is my best buddy Edgar. We love all the same things, like board games and dinosaurs, strawberries and honey, and of course, bees. Except I don't really like bees. Sure you do. Didn't I tell you there are about 25,000 different kinds of bees to love? Maybe. And then I told you about all the 3 types of honeybees: queens, drones, and workers. There's just 1 queen per hive. They're large, fertile females. Their job is to make all of the baby bees. Drones, there's about 300 to 500 per hive. They are large males with no stinger, and their job is to find a queen to mate with. And workers, there's about 30,000 to 80,000 per hive. They are small, sterile females with stingers. Their job is everything else: gather nectar, pollen and water, make honey, feed baby bees, build and protect the hive, make royal jelly to feed the queen, and more. Ah, get them away from me! Blow gently on bees to make them scatter. Phew, thanks. Like I was saying, I don't like bees. But why? Mostly because of their stingers and attached venom sacs, which are the cause of painful bee stings. That part you told me last week. Exhibit A. Last Sunday, observe Edgar, his brave tears, the ouch, and the super mean bee and his stinger. But that was just 1 bee. Couldn't you still give bees a chance? Maybe I just need to remind you how weird and cool a honeybee's anatomy is. They have 5 eyes. 3 tiny, simple, 1-lens eyes called ocelli, and 2 large compound eyes with thousands of lenses. They have 2 stomachs, a honey stomach or a crop for turning nectar into honey, and a bee stomach for digesting nectar. They have 4 wings. They lock together for flying, then come apart for easy storage. And they have 6 legs, complete with pollen baskets, an area on the hind legs that can store almost 1,000,000 grains of pollen. You forgot the stinger. Ouch. Maybe you just need some time to get to know them. How about millions of years? You know, bees lived with dinosaurs. Scientists have found bee fossils from millions of years ago, and even ancient Egyptians kept bees. Here's a hieroglyphic symbol for bee. In fact, honey from bees was found in Egyptian tombs, and it was still edible. Ooh, honey. Perfect. Maybe you just need some honey. Bees make honey. Why are you telling me all this stuff? So you'll give bees a chance. Once you learn how great they are, you're bound to fall in love with them. Check out how honey is made. A bee gathers nectar from flowers. Nectar goes into a special honey stomach called a crop. Contents of the crop are spit up into a new bee's mouth. The new bee breaks down the sugars of the nectar within her own crop. This processed nectar is passed along to several more bees, who each break down the nectar in their crops until it becomes honey. Then the honey gets barfed into a honeycomb cell and fanned by the wings of bees to evaporate moisture. Lastly, it's sealed with beeswax to keep it safe until it's eaten. Ugh, did you say barf? Ugh. Just 1 pound of honey takes 2 million flowers and thousands of bees to create. Ah, too many bees! Remember, blow gently on bees to make them scatter. It looks like I haven't convinced you just yet. Nope, because they're all gonna sting me. Oh well, bees do sting sometimes, but not because they're mean. Here's the stinger story. Bees only sting to defend themselves, or to avoid getting squished, or smashed. In fact, many bees lose their stinger after attacking, which is sort of like your hand disappearing if you pinch your sister. Also, wait, what are you wearing? Bee armor. Oh, that's not going to work. It was designed for dragons. I think it can handle bees. Well, there is a kind of armor that beekeepers wear, but it looks quite a bit different. It allows them to collect honey and beeswax without getting stung by startled bees. The white color puts bees at ease. The veil protects their eyes and neck. The suit and glove covers their skin. Here's some hive boxes with removable frames for bees to build honeycombs in, and a beehive frame filled with honeycomb. You know, I love honey, but I'd be willing to give it up forever to never see a bee again. But giving up bees means giving up so much more than just honey. Some scientists say bees are responsible for 1/3 of all fruits and vegetables we eat. Bees have a big impact on the food chain. You see, in order for plants to grow fruits and vegetables, they need the right ingredients. A major ingredient they need is pollen. But since flowers can't move, they can't always get pollen from each other. I want to make a strawberry. Throw me some pollen. I don't have arms. That's where bees fly in. A bee's fuzzy body catches pollen from flowers. Pollen falls onto the next flower the bee visits. They act as a pollen delivery system, helping give flowers the ingredients they need. A single bee can visit over 1,000 flowers a day, making bee pollination powers unparalleled. Which means without bees, there'd be a lot less yummy stuff to eat. And bees are disappearing in large numbers because of things like pesticides, parasites, lack of bee-friendly flowers, and pollution. Bees actually need our help. Okay, I take it back. I don't want bees gone. I even sort of want to help them, as long as they don't sting me. Planting bee-friendly flowers is a great way to help the bee population. Won't that just attract more bees? Hopefully, yes. But just approach a bee like you would a dog you don't know. Don't get too close and don't try to touch it. Unless you're a flower, it should lose interest and fly away. And if more people like you give bees a chance, they might just have, well, a chance to make the world a sweeter place. Now, have I told you about how much I love bears? Well, I hope you enjoyed today's story, and remember that bees don't just help us, they need our help too. How will you give bees a chance? See you next time. Thanks for joining me today for Miss Ocasio Reads. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share this video with your teachers and friends. Subscribe to read more stories with me. Thanks for watching. How did you enjoy the mentor text, Give Bees a Chance? I really enjoyed it because I found out a lot of different information about bees. How about you, Dr. Walker?
Well, I think just like the title, I'm going to start to give bees a chance because I found out a lot of information about them and how they really help the earth. So now we're going to look at our review, like we always do, of our skill of the week, which is reference materials. So, of course, we have 6 reference materials, so we don't want to forget about the glossary. So the glossary is not listed there, but I'm going to follow with that just like it is in a dictionary. So a dictionary is a book of words and definitions with meanings and spellings. That is the same thing with a glossary, except for the glossary is a mini dictionary found in the back of a nonfiction book.
All right, our next reference material is a thesaurus, a book of synonyms and antonyms, and it helps with improving word choice in writing.
The next one is Atlas. It's a book of maps. It helps with finding a specific location.
An encyclopedia is a set of books with articles on various topics, and it helps with research.
And lastly is an almanac. It's a book of facts about a given year, and it also helps with research. Okay, guys, you know what time it is. Before we go and look at our independent practice, it is time for your TikTok.
All right, now it's time for your independent practice. If you have this sheet, go ahead and take it out. If you don't, you can always use a plain sheet of notebook paper and number it 1 through 6 to put your answers on. You can also pause the video if you need to go back and look at the mentor text for your answers. Of your answers, all of them will be the 6 reference materials that we've been talking about today. So let's look at number 1. On pages 3 through 4, then it lists different kinds of bees. What reference would you use to find more information about the kinds of bees?
Number 2, on pages 11 through 12, then it references bees being found in Egypt. What reference would you use to find a map of Egypt?
Number 3, on page 19, the sentence says, and fanned by the wings of bees to evaporate moisture. What reference would you use to find the definition for evaporate?
Number 4, on page 28, information is provided about pollen. What reference would you use to find facts about pollen in Virginia in 2018?
Number 5, on page 31, the word pollution is used. What reference would you use to find the definition for pollution in your science textbook?
And number 6, on page 18, the word great is used. What reference would you use to find the synonym for great? Okay, guys, go ahead and write your answers down on these sheets. You can pause this right here because when we come back, we will be going over the answers. All right, let's see.
All right, and here are our answers. Number 1 is an encyclopedia.
Number 2, atlas.
Number 3, dictionary.
Number 4, almanac.
Number 5, glossary.
Number 6, thesaurus. These are the answers that you should have. And if you don't have these answers, then you can always go back at the video and look at what each one of these reference materials does do for each one of their purposes. Here's your homework. Number 1, which source would you use to find where is Italy located?
Number 2, which source would you use to find synonyms for loud?
Number 3, which source would you use to find if the next Super Bowl is going to have a stormy or sunny forecast?
And number 4, which source would you use to find adjectives that describe Jackie Robinson's talent?
All right, guys, that's the end of the homework. All right, guys, our lesson has come to an end for today on Tuesday. But you know that we'll see you again on Thursday. And on Thursday, now we do
passages. So we're going to find out some more interesting facts about bees through passages.
And make sure you do your homework.